Legs crossed, back straight, eyes closed. Breathing in through our noses and out through our mouths. Feeling the power of you controlling your breathing. Knowing, remembering, it's the same power we use to control our thinking. Now use that power. Use your determination to see in your mind today your best effort in all the exercises, stretches, movements we do here together. See it in your mind right now. See yourself doing the best you can, giving the best effort you've ever done for anything. Maybe you want to visualize the last time we did these exercises and stretches together. Go there and think right now about what you could do better or differently this time. It's the same process we use to grow our minds and grow the strength and health of our bodies and energy. Alright, good morning, determination. How's everyone today? Another day in the gym of life. Wherever you are, if you're at home, outdoors, indoors, let's go. Let's make this the best gym period ever. Here we go. Alright, when I say go, we're going to start jogging on the spot. But for now, if you would like, just to slowly warm up, you can walk on the spot or walk side to side. Okay, so walking on the spot first or side to side, wherever you are. When I say go, we'll start jogging. Ready, and go. Again, remembering our breathing. Always controlling our breathing as best we can. And focusing on the movement of our body right now. The awareness of what we're doing. The awareness of being here together right now. United in the gym of life, always, wherever we are. Keep going, everyone, keep going. A few more seconds to warm up our bodies. Feel the power of your heart beating faster. Your breathing wanting to change and go faster, but you get to control that breathing. Always the way we control our thoughts. And stop. All right, everyone, walking. Just going to walk side to side here. You can do the same. Remember to always move safely within the space that you have. Continue to take deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel your heart, your breathing, all coming back to the previous state before we started jogging. Alright, everyone, and let's start doing our stretches. Let's do shoulder rolls first. Here we go. Roll the shoulders forward 10 times. Big shoulder rolls all the way up to your ears as much as possible and all the way around. Let's do 10 forward and then 10 backwards. Feeling that tension and then that release as we come around. Alright, let's go backwards. Feeling the joy of being able to move our bodies, to release some of that tension, maybe that tightness we might have. So important that we work on our bodies and our minds every day. As we work on one, we work on the other. All right, arm circles forward, everyone. 10 forward. Here we go. Slowly, all the way up and around. Excellent. All right, and backwards, everyone. Again, feeling the joy of your arms moving through space. You controlling your physical body. All through the most marvelous supercomputer in the universe, your mind. All right, good. Hands on your hips, everyone. Bend your knees and side stretch. Let's do 5 on each side. All right, excellent. Okay, let's twist our bodies now. Twist. Again, 5 on each side. Feeling the joy of moving our midsection of our body. Just the middle point of our body. All right, excellent. Okay, let's do 5 push-ups, everyone. Our best 5 push-ups. Here we go. All the way down, all the way up. The best you can. All right. And 5 sit-ups. Best 5 sit-ups ever. Here we go. All right, and stand up, everyone. Let's do 5 squats. Here we go. All the way down, all the way up. Down. Looking straight ahead. Feet flat on the floor. Excellent. Let's do 6 lunges, 3 on each side. Alternating legs. Arms out. Back straight. Good. All right. 10-second plank, belly's knees off the ground. Hold it there for 10. Excellent job, everyone. Okay, stand up and reach for the ceiling or the sky, wherever you are, on your toes. Here we go. Reaching and holding it there for 10 seconds. Again, feeling your body, every part of it working to achieve the goal of holding this for 10 seconds. Excellent. And reach for your toes, straight knees. Go as far as you can. Remember, you may not touch your toes, that's okay. Reaching is the most important thing. Going for it. Doing your best without hurting yourself. Keep those knees straight. Excellent. And come on up. And let's balance. Grab one leg.
Yeah. Woo! Let's go.
Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time.
Yeah.
And we gon' make you lose your mind. Woo! Everybody just have a good time. Party rock is in the house tonight.
Oh.
Everybody just have a good time.
I can feel it.
And we
Hey.
gon' make you lose your mind.
Yeah.
We just wanna see you
Shake that.
In the club, party rock. Looking for the girl, she on my jock, huh? Now stop when we in the spot. Booty moving weight like she on the block. With a drink, I got to know. Top jeans tattoo, cause I'm rock raw. Half black, half white, diamond now. Gang of money, opened up.
Yo, I'm running through these halls like Drano. I got that devilish flow, rock and roll, no halo. We party rock. Yeah, that's the crew that I'm repping on a rise to the top. No lead in our Zeppelin. Hey,
Party rock is in the house tonight.
woo,
Everybody just have a good time.
yeah.
And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. We just wanna see you
Shake that.
Looks comfortable, but still it's only 1-0.
Messi trying to change that. Ball forward, here's Jordi Alba, dead ball line, cuts it back, Messi!
What a chance.
Good morning, guys. There are so many fears that we have to master and control in this life, but I want to talk about the first one today, the fear of poverty. This one is one Napoleon Hill talked about in Think and Grow Rich, and to me, the way we overcome this fear, and I feel blessed because throughout my life I've always felt like money is not I've never worried about it. We never had much of it. We had enough of it, and I'm very grateful to my family and friends for that, but I'm grateful that I've been able to master and control this one, and I want you to as well. And the way we do it is by changing the way we think and working on ourselves and the energy that we're emitting in this world, because that is the representation. The money is the physical representation of that. And once we swallow that bitter truth, we can then move towards it and mastering that fear of poverty. We are abundant. There's abundance everywhere, and we have to realize that every single day. Have a great day, everyone.
Doug Andrews' message is a wake-up call. The traditional financial advice you've been following is rigged against you. 401ks and IRAs, they're traps that keep you locked in a system controlled by the government, with the false promise of lower taxes in retirement. The truth, you'll likely pay more taxes, lose control, and outlive your money. The wealthy don't play by these rules. They create their own bank through strategies like max-funded insurance contracts, growing their money tax-free and never losing to market downturns. You can do the same. Stop trusting a broken system, take control, multiply your money like the rich do. Special thanks to our partner Jeff Hayes for allowing us to release this special presentation exclusively on our YouTube channel. Enjoy the video and the lead.
Doug Andrew is the president and owner of Paramount Financial Services. You are in for a treat. This guy really lights it up like very few others. He's a celebrity wealth manager, and I have to tell you, it's one thing to know your topic and to be able to speak to it intelligently. It's another thing to create stimulation and motivation and understanding and excitement that ignites you into action. And that's one thing that Doug is really good at. So you're going to enjoy this interview a lot. You're going to get a lot out of it, and I'm excited to share it with you right now. Doug, I'm really looking forward to this conversation. A lot of ground I want to cover, so I hope you're ready.
I am.
All right, good.
Thank you.
Good. There's so many things you know about in the realm of financial strategy, and I think it's going to touch a lot of areas that we delved into in this particular series. So let's just start with you first, though. How did you get into the type of work that you're doing?
Wow. Way back, about 50 years ago, my intention was actually to become an estate planning attorney. And as a means to that end, when I was at Brigham Young University, I got my insurance license and my Series 1 securities license to sell mutual funds and stocks and bonds and so forth. They don't even offer that license anymore. It was the granddaddy of them all. And so part-time, I went out and began to meet with clients, prospecting door to door and what have you. Even though it was tough, it ended up being something I fell in love with. In fact, I made 30 grand part-time my first year as I was a student, and I was in my junior year. The next year, I think I made 72,000 or something, and I think the professors were making 40,000 at the time, and I went into the dean, and my wife had been in the hospital in intensive care, had some serious surgeries, nearly passed away. In fact, technically did twice and came back. And so we ran up all these medical bills. So I had to put college on the back burner a few times, and I supported myself in the hours that I did have by going out and meeting with clients, helping them to optimize their financial assets. Well, he said, how much could you make if you were full-time? I said, 150, 200 grand. He goes, what are you doing in college? But I went out and I fell in love with it. I've never looked back. And I have been so blessed, Patrick, rubbing shoulders with some of the top entrepreneurial financial gurus in the world. And so I've learned a lot by osmosis. Yes, I went and got my schooling and all those degrees, but really I learned more from rubbing shoulders with brilliant minds.
So is there an overriding philosophy to what you do? I mean, that you'd say, this is just the lens I look through that kind of drives everything.
Yes. Most of what I do is not termed conventional wisdom, okay? And I help people optimize all of their assets on their financial balance sheet, but also their family balance sheet. And that's what probably makes my approach unique. My company is called Live Abundant. And the reason for that is, for a lot of years, Patrick, people would come to me to optimize their financial assets and minimize taxes. I'm a tax strategist, and I've saved people, hundreds of millions of dollars of unnecessary tax. If I were a physician, I probably spent most of my career curing different types of diseases. Now, the word dis-ease means you're not at ease, dis-ease. And we think of that physically, okay? But people have a lot of financial dis-ease, and they follow the herd. So in answer to your question, when they're thinking about money, they're going out there and many times they follow the herd and they just almost get duped, I think, into, just sock away money in traditional tax-deferred IRAs and 401ks because you're going to be in a lower tax bracket when you retire. That has not been true or axiomatic for over 25 years. Do you know, Patrick, it took the financial services industry until just 3 years ago to finally admit that's been the wrong advice.
Wow.
Now, let me ask you a question. Do you know what a fiduciary is? Okay. A fiduciary is supposed to look out for their client's best interest ahead of their own, okay? And what bothers me sometimes is a fiduciary will hear the client say, yes, I'm doing very well, and I'm socking away all this money, and I've got $1 million or $5 million bucks, but now I'm going to retire. I'm not in a lower bracket. I thought that was the premise. They're in as higher tax bracket as they've ever been in. And so they go, was that good advice? Were you looking out for my best interest? Why didn't we do something different? So what I would help a lot of people do is cure the tax disease or that corner they painted themselves into to get their money out with the least tax consequence and convert it at least up to 60% of their retirement resources to vehicles that are tax-free, that are immune from the dangers of taxes, inflation, and market volatility.
Yeah. Well, so now there's a lot of topics to talk about, but we're on taxes, so let's look there.
Okay.
Because for the let's say the average professional, somebody who earned higher than let's say the minimum income or the middle income is, but they've made some money. They're professionals. They're doctors. They're lawyers. They're accountants. They're entrepreneurs that have earned, etc. One of the things I've noticed after decades of being an entrepreneur is that really trying to accumulate wealth is difficult because you have to pay taxes. And by the time you try to live any kind of a lifestyle, right, you raise some kids, maybe put them through college, and you pay your taxes, it's really hard to, the taxes are very oppressive to wealth accumulation. So what do you think some of the tax strategies, for people out there looking for them, what are some of the maybe what's some of the low-hanging fruit? What are some things that they can get themselves into that would be worthwhile?
Yeah.
leg, bend the other knee if you have to, and hold it there for 10 seconds. Keep fighting to keep your balance if you have to. Keep thinking, channeling your thoughts to keep your balance. Excellent. All right, and switch. Again, pulling your leg back, feeling the stretch on the front of the thigh. Bend the other knee if you have to. Remember, if you lose your balance, you fall, you get right back up. Never give up, never stay down. Always do your best to get right back up. All right, here we go. Let's hug our knee now. Hugging the knee, pulling it up. Once again, thinking about what we're doing. Trying to find that balance point. Bend the other knee if you have to. Hold it for 10 seconds. And switch, the other one, slowly coming up. Again, find that balance. Feel your body working to find that balance. Alright, excellent. Holding it for 10. Okay, and good. Let's sit down, everyone, and reach for our toes. Straight knees. Hold it there for 10 seconds. Again, thinking about our breathing. One great breath in at a time. One great thought in at a time. Alright, let's make a V shape with our legs and reach for the floor as far away from our body as we can. Just reach. Reach as far as you can go away from your body. And reach for one side, hold it for 10 seconds. And good, the other side, 10 seconds. Again, if you don't touch your toe, it's okay, just reach. Reach, always go for it, always do your best. If you feel a pain though, make sure you come back a little bit. Okay, and feet together. Gently push your knees down with your elbows. Hold it for 10 seconds again. And always remember that breathing. Good air in. And bad air out. Good. And one leg forward, one leg back. Keep the knee on the ground. Go as far back as you can. Hold it there for 10 seconds. Alright, and switch to the other side. Again, keep that knee on the ground so you feel the pull on the front of your thigh. Doesn't matter if you're not all the way back with your back, it's okay. Alright, good. And roll onto your belly. Push the floor and look up at the ceiling. Cobra stretch. Here we go. Hold it for 10 seconds. Or look up at the sky if you're outdoors. Alright, and legs crossed again, everyone. Back straight. Eyes closed. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And now, using our powerful imagination to see what we will do when that music goes on. I'm going to play some of my favorite songs today. For each song, I'm going to hold an exercise position. For me today, I'm going to visualize and see in my mind holding the lunge position for each leg for the duration of the first song. For the second song, I'll be holding the V sit-up position as long as I can, for as long as I can, but I will continue right to the end of the song. How about you? Play your two favorite songs, or two songs that change your energy state so you can be your true great self and motivate yourself. Or you can listen to my music, but whatever you do, see in your mind right now the two exercises you've chosen to do, or stretches, or movements, or dances, or something that you want to do to work on your body safely when that music goes on. See it right now, clearly in your mind. Because you were born to do that. You were born to see it in your mind and make it real with your eyes open in the world. All right, here we go, determination, here we go. For me, it's lunge position, here I go. Try to keep my back straight, keep that knee off the ground. If you're doing the same, again, do your best. Hold it there as long as you can. I'm gonna try to hold this leg for half the song and then hold the other side for half the song. And if you want, yeah, clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth, as Pharrell sings over here right now. I think happiness is the truth. We were born to be happy, all of us, no matter what. For me, there's no greater happiness than working on my mind and body all the time, wherever I go in the gym of life. And I hope the same for you. But remember, you were born to be happy, to be free, to be peaceful, kind, and loving, always. I'm happy right now. I hope you're happy right now. Because if you can be happy now, you can be happy forever. Wherever you are, no matter what. Alright. Let's do the other leg. Shake it out a little bit. Alright, here we go. Don't let anybody or anything ever bring you down. You were born to be happy. That's up to you. Always up to you. No matter how hard things are, always remember your determination. Your power to determine, to make the positive, accurate, truthful, winning, loving choice. Always. To be good. To be your best for others, no matter what. Even when things are uncomfortable, like right now, this is getting uncomfortable for me. But I get to keep going. I get to keep using my determination. Because I'm happy, I love it. And I want happiness for you and everyone, the whole universe. And I pray for that every single day. Whew. Song's not over. I gotta keep going. Let's do the other leg. Let's do the other one. Yeah. Let's clap along, yeah. Happiness is the truth for sure. Here we go. And switch the other leg. There we go. Find that balance. Let's go, everyone. Clap along wherever you are. Happiness is the truth. Let's go. Thank you, Pharrell. You were born with happiness. You're made of happiness and truth. All right, I'm proud of your effort, wherever you are. Let's go.
Kira and Zach are collaborating.
Are you ready? Yeah, dance all night, we go dance all night. Dance all, dance all, dance all, dance all. All right, y'all. Are you ready to bubble? Bubbling, everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, bubbling, everybody bubbling, little bubble, bubble, bubbling, bubbling, everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 everybody bubbling, little bubble, bubbling, yo. Alright, make way when you see me pass through, and they come with me too. You don't know what to do. Drinks up, hands up, everything in the air. Everybody done young, there's a party over here. That's right, we drink just bubbling. Watch how we wine while the DJ juggling. He got the whole dance floor just bubbling. Champagne bottle just popping. We going on, I guess tonight we not stopping. This party hard tonight, so going non-stop until the sunlight. We going non-stop until the sunlight. The club done full, only woman inside. It's a good night to get we head tight. It's a good night to get we head tight. Couple up this party going on a flight. Green drinks, we don't care, we go down.
Oh, Messi on a weaving run again. Lionel Messi. Easy peasy.
Good morning, everybody. Today in our top 10 rules for success, Oprah Winfrey shares another rule for her that has worked so well for her. She had to kind of overcome this, and that is the idea of work on yourself. So everything that we will achieve, everything we will enjoy in life is going to be really a reflection of how hard we've worked on ourselves. Now, Oprah Winfrey shares with us today that there was a point in her life, and I felt this way too, and I still try to challenge my own thinking about this every day and overcome this, is she felt almost embarrassed, ashamed that she would work on herself. She felt like she had the thought like, I'm so full of myself, or, you know, I'm selfish. This is a thing we have to overcome. And even a greats like Oprah Winfrey have had to overcome it. Now she says, yeah, I'm so full of myself. I'm so beautiful. I want to share myself with the world. So the more we work on ourselves, the more confident we become, the better we can share with everyone else. Have a great day, everyone.
Very good. When we're talking about the money we sock away for long-term goals like retirement, okay? So let's talk about that one. Many times, again, people think, well, I want to use 100-cent dollars, pre-tax dollars, to contribute into a traditional account like an IRA or 401k. Now, sounds good, but let me use this little metaphor. If you were a farmer, Patrick, and you had the choice of buying your seed in the springtime, and you didn't have to pay tax on what you paid for your seed. So you plant your seed, you cultivate it, you water it, you work hard, and in the fall of life, you harvest. And now you agree to pay tax on what you sell your harvest for. That's a traditional IRA 401k pension profit sharing plan. You get a tax break on the seed money, it accumulates tax deferred, and then you're supposed to take it out and pay tax on it on the back end. It's the best savings bond the government ever came up with for themselves.
Wow.
See, people don't realize Uncle Sam has a permanent tax lien on that tax-deferred IRA or 401k. So it's not all your money.
Right.
So when people would come to me, and I've coached many successful entrepreneurs and doctors and dentists and orthodontists and chiropractors and also realtors and CPAs and tax attorneys, and they would come in and they would almost thump themselves on the chest, okay? Well, I got $1 million here in my IRA. And I go, well, that's not all your money. I ask you to bring your after-tax IRA 401k statements. Well, I don't know if I've ever gotten one of those. Oh, let me calculate that for you. See, this $1 million isn't all your money. Only about $650,000 of it is yours.
Wow.
See, if you have $1 million and you are earning, you think you can earn 10%? Yeah. Well, so 10% on $1 million, you should be able to pull out 100 grand a year into perpetuity and never deplete the $1 million, right? Well, so you pull out 100,000 and all of a sudden you owe tax of 25,000 or 30,000. So you only have 70,000 left over to buy gas, groceries, prescriptions, golf green fees. Well, I needed 100. So you go back for the 30,000 you were short because you paid tax. Okay, now I got that 30, and you go, hold on. No, Uncle Sam's going to take 10 of that 30,000. So you only have 20, so you're still 10,000 short. You go back again, and you pull out another 10, and they take 3,500 of that, and you go back and forth, and you go, well, this is stupid. How much should I have pulled out in the first place to net, 70,000? Well, you should have pulled out probably about 150 grand, okay? You pull out 150, you pay tax, let's say, of a third of 50, you're to net 100. At a 10% rate of return, Patrick, that $1 million nest egg will be totally gone, drained dry in 11 years.
Wow.
If that $1 million were tax-free, you pull out 100,000. The IRS knows you're receiving it. My clients know they receive 100,000, but it's not deemed earned, passive, or portfolio income. Right. Those are the only three types of income since 1986 that are taxable on a 1040 tax return. So it's not a tax loophole, but if you pull out 100 out of my favorite vehicle, which I call the Laser Fund, which is the title of my most recent book, you pull it out and it's tax-free, so you can spend the whole 100 grand. So in 11 years, when people with the same $1 million don't have anything left, and you're going to live to 96, that's 20 years. Now you're going to rely on what? Social Security, welfare, or your children for support? Right. No, who wants to do that? Right. If you had a nest egg that could generate 100 grand a year tax-free, it doesn't deplete your principal. That's 20 more years of 100 grand. That's 2 million. Right. And you still have your principal of $1 million. So what I would do is help a lot of people not outlive their money by switching or doing a strategic rollout from things like IRAs and 401ks with a three-part strategy. Let's get it out of there. Let's get the taxes over and done with sooner than later. Because two things are certain. Money will never be worth more than it is today because of inflation, government spending, and so forth. And number two, your current tax bracket is likely the lowest bracket you will ever be in. So why do you want to postpone tax, defer it to some future perceived unknown advantage, and then take out your money when you're convinced taxes are not going to be lower?
And that's the big lie, isn't it? About, as you said earlier, is that your taxes are going to be lower in the future, so accumulate your money now, and then you're going to pay less tax. But is the tax in the future, whatever that future is it based on the amount of money you're pulling out, or the amount of income you're making now, or is that seen as income when you're pulling it out? Like, why is the tax bracket going to be high in the future?
All right, next song, everyone. Let's go. V sits for me. V sit up for me position. How about you? What are you gonna work on? Let's see. Whatever it is, do your best. Here we go. If you want to try what I'm doing, go for it. Let's go, everyone, together. If you got your own exercise, your own movement you're doing, go for it. It is a bright, sunshiny day where I am, right here, right now, doing this video for you, for all of us, for myself. I hope the same for you. But more importantly, I hope that it's bright, clear, and sunny, always in your mind, right now, wherever you are. Because that's always up to us. Oh, I love it. I love working on being our best in whatever we do. No matter how hard it might be, no matter how challenging. There should always be nothing but blue sky of thoughts in our mind. Clearness, clarity. We can do it. It's up to us. We were born to do it. To let those dark clouds pass, those thoughts, those negative thoughts, and remember the truth of what we are, who we are. Oh. Whew. I love it. I can see clearly right now. I know I got more. Here we go. Song's not over. Let's go, Mr. Francis. Let's go. Let's go, Nick. Here we go. Keep going, everyone, wherever you are. Keep going. Let's go. This is the best effort ever we're giving, right? The best effort, no matter what. The way we do this is the way we'll do everything. Fall, we get right back up. Still not over. Song's not over. Let's go. Keep going. We fall, we get right back up. Never give up. Never. Never give up until it's a bright, sunshiny day in your mind, and we've done the best to help with other people with their mind. It's possible. All through your determination. Let's go, everybody. Oh, great effort.
Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo para dar la alegría cosa buena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo para dar la alegría cosa buena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo para dar la alegría cosa buena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo para dar la alegría cosa buena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena.
Cavani against Messi.
Closing the gap on Real Madrid.
So he's onside. Look at
Messi is away. Will he get his goal this time? Can he tap it off? He gives it to Suarez. He gives it back to Messi. The best on planet Earth.
Oh, Rob, he is a genius.
Messi and
Good morning, guys. I got another story from Les Brown I want to share today. This is related to fear. We're talking about fear. We're working on our fears every day, trying to overcome them. Well, he shares a story where there was a gentleman who would be daily walking by, and there was a dog there that would always chase him, and it was intimidating to him. He was afraid of this thing. He would run away from it. And this made me laugh when Les Brown ended the story by saying that once the man realized, when he went close to it and realized when it was barking at him that it had no teeth, he was the one that became empowered and then, shooed the dog away and overcame that fear. So sometimes the point is, sometimes our fears are not even close to what we think they really are. There's no teeth in them. And so I love this story. It makes me laugh, and I hope we use it as we live, laugh, and love our way to infinite mind wealth. There may be no teeth in your fears. Have a great day, everybody.
Good question. It's because a lot of people have been going down the highway of life, trying to achieve financial independence with one foot on the gas pedal and the other foot on the brake pedal. Does that sound smart? Let me explain it. So people think I'm going to use 100-cent tax-favored dollars on the seed money, traditional IRAs, 401ks, because I'm going to be in a lower bracket because I'll be earning less. Let's take a school teacher, for example. A school teacher, typically in most states, if they taught school for 30 years, they will get under the state pensions 2% for every year of service they taught school. So if you taught school for 30 years, 30 times 2% is 60%. Let's say a school teacher retired making $5,000 a month. Well, they're only going to get $3,000 a month on their defined benefit pension. And they go, well, I can't handle that. So what do? They sock away excess money, which they should, in supplemental accounts like IRAs, 401ks, 403bs, tax shielded annuities, and what have you. I can count on my hand the number of people who were in lower tax brackets when they retired. If you're in a lower bracket, it means you didn't save very much. So what happens is the other foot on the brake pedal is they kill their deductions while they're doing it. So most people pay off their house. You don't have that tax deduction anymore. They're not contributing money in retirement to IRAs, 401ks, and 403bs. You don't have that deduction anymore. The kids are gone. Or if they're not gone, you can't deduct them anymore. Okay? Or if they're a business owner, you don't have those deductions anymore. And Congress keeps raising taxes over and over again. So that's what I mean. You had one foot on the gas pedal trying to save and defer to a future date when you thought you were going to be in a lower bracket. And then you hit retirement and all your deductions are gone because you had the other foot on the brake pedal. And then people pull out that money and they have to pay tax. And so many times people don't need their money, but at age 70 and a half, if you do not withdraw out of an IRA or 401k or any of these plans, what the government says you're supposed to based upon your LE, that's life expectancy, guess what the penalty is?
There's a penalty for it?
50%. If you're supposed to pull out, let's say 50 grand starting at age 70 and a half, and it goes up each year, okay, 50 grand, and you don't, the penalty is $25,000, 50% of what you should have pulled out, plus you pay full tax on the whole 50.
Wow.
See, the government wants that money out and taxed before you die so they can tax you again when you do die, because it's the best savings bond they ever came up with for themselves.
Wow.
And so I would switch that philosophy. So in 1997, under the Taxpayer Relief Act, there was a senator by the name of Harry Roth, okay? And at the time, the government was hard up for money because the government loves to start cashing in and getting their piece of that action. See, if you and I were a business partnership, and I come to you and I say, Patrick, okay, this is the deal. We're going to go into a partnership together. Now, you're going to do all the work. And you're going to build this business, and I own a third. Okay, I'm a third partner in this thing. And here's the deal. If you sell out or try to get out of this partnership prematurely, I'm going to get my third and penalize you 10% on top of that. See, an IRA or 401k, you're penalized 10% if you touch it before age 59 and a half. But down the road, when you begin to liquidate the business, I get a third of it. But if you don't sell it by the time I want you to, then I'm going to penalize you 50%. And by the way, I reserve the right to change the percentage if I feel like I'm more hard up than you. I can change my percentage to more than a third, up to 40%, and force you to pay me more. Is that a good partnership?
First of all, I had no idea that they could change it on you, meaning that you could have planned for decades and then they can just change it and there goes your plan.
They can change, well, government changes tax rates all the time.
Right.
They can change the percentage they want. They can change when they have you access it and so forth.
Wow.
And people go, I would never go into a partnership like that.
Wow.
And if they haven't got it yet, I go, I just described an IRA or 401k to you.
And that particular partner also has a gun.
Yeah.
Pointed at you.
That's right.
You have to go into that partnership if you want to do that,
Yeah. So let's go back to this 1997.
Right.
The government, when they're hard up for money, they come up with all these ideas. Now, this was a step in the right direction, but they didn't do it for us. They did it for them.
Right.
Harry Roth says, well, let's tap into people's IRAs or 401ks sooner than when they retire. People are getting smart. Most people would rather just pay tax on the seed money, accumulate it tax-free, and then harvest the money tax-free.
Right.
And we'll name it after me, a Roth. And we'll get a windfall of revenue. See, these are revenuers. And we'll get a whole bunch of revenue because people will convert from regular IRAs, 401ks to Roths because they'll realize they're not going to be in a lower tax bracket.
Right.
Now, that may be smart. And so a Roth has two advantages. You actually pay tax on the seed, which I think is better.
Right.
And it accumulates tax-free. And when you retire, you take it out tax-free. Okay. And so it triggered a lot of tax revenue for the government, and that's why they did it. And then later on, they needed more, and so they came up with a Roth 401k. Now, Patrick, I've never owned an IRA or 401k or a Roth. I never will.
I want to make this real clear. So here you are a financial strategist. You give advice to very wealthy people, and you're saying, personally, you've never owned a Roth IRA, a traditional IRA, a 401k. Now, tell us why.
Because a lot of times what I own, which I call the laser fund, is called by CPAs and tax attorneys the rich man's Roth. And I snicker because you don't have to be rich to own one of these, but the rich can't own an IRA or 401k. They make too much money.
Right.
See, and so a Roth or a traditional, if you make too much money, you can't participate. They restrict how much you can contribute or a percent of your income. You can't touch it till age 59 and a half. You must start taking it out by age 70 and a half or it's a 50% penalty. All these strings are attached.
Right.
I don't like those. And so I have my own private rich man's Roth, so to speak. That's not what it's really called in the Internal Revenue Code. But there's no restriction on what I can put into my accounts. If I have a banner year, I could throw in 200, 300, 400 grand, because I have a lot of clients that do have windfalls, or they sell property or business or real estate or what have you. And if you don't have any money, you don't have to contribute it. If I put in money and a week later I have an emergency, I can pull out 70, 80, 90% of it. You can't do that with a Roth. And you don't have to wait 5 years or till you're 59 and a half. But the third benefit, besides having all that flexibility, because I have a beatitude, a personal, blessed are the flexible, for they shall not be bent out of shape. Okay?
Yes.
I don't want to be bent out of shape
Right.
when these topsy-turvy things happen in the world. But the third thing is, every $1 million that I have in my laser fund, if I died tomorrow, would blossom to $2.5 million instantly and transfer to my family bank. You don't know what that is, but I want to talk about it.
Good.
To my heirs, my wife, my kids, my grandkids, my charities. It 2.5 times itself instantly tax-free and transfers without a tax event. And a Roth will not do that. And I actually earn rates of return that are about 2% higher than normal Roths. I've been averaging 10.07% for the last 25 years tax-free.
Wow. So what is this fund then?
Okay. In the Internal Revenue Code, for over a century, since before the code, there's only one financial vehicle that allows a person to accumulate their money tax-free. You have to put in after-tax dollars. I help my clients get tax deductions indirectly, okay? That's another topic. And then you accumulate your money tax-free, and then when you take it out, you can take it out tax-free. You don't have to wait till you're 59 and a half. It doesn't matter if you're 100. It's tax-free, period, if you follow what the code says, okay? And 3, when you die, it increases in value instantly. It blossoms and transfers tax-free, okay? And that's not a municipal bond. It is deemed a maximum funded, tax-advantaged insurance contract. Most people, when they hear that, they go, what? I've never heard of that. I've never seen an insurance contract that has a decent rate of return. And I'm going, so you think they don't exist? Have you ever seen your brain before? How do you know that exists? I mean, what kind of reason is that, you know? I go, actually, I have thousands of clients, and I've been doing this for 45 years. And in a nutshell, this was the brainchild of E.F. Hutton. I won't go into a long history, but Hutton you know, they were selling stocks, bonds, mutual funds, but they realized that in the Internal Revenue Code was this magic instrument that allowed you to accumulate, access, and transfer money totally tax-free. And that was under insurance, because insurance was a sacred cow.
And here we are again. Legs crossed, back straight, eyes closed, deep breaths in through our noses and out through our mouths. The way we began. The way it all begins, always. Always with our thoughts. Our powerful minds, which are always subject to our control, no matter how hard it's been to control them. We know the truth, don't we? We saw it today in our effort. We see it every day in life, in the gym of life. We know that we have the power to determine what thoughts we will act upon, and therefore we also have that power to determine what feelings we will allow to flow out and through us.